This is Francois, Marc, your favorite American expat living in Seoul, South Korea. I'm here in Vientiane, Laos. Yo, Zach, this is the beginning of the trip. So, what is your favorite part about traveling abroad?
Heading in a new country hasn't been too exciting.
Like Zach, I also like going to new countries. Just got off the plane. It was a long flight. It's about 11. Hello. It's 11 o'clock at night, but we made it here safely. Welcome to Laos. Just got our bags here at Vientiane International Airport, and it was super fast. Like, the visa process was incredibly easy.
Oh, so we can just get.
Yes, if you pay donor. Yes, same thing. It's cheap. $2, it's okay.
Never fight anybody while you're here, man.
We just got some money, and we also got our SIM cards, and we got a taxi ticket into the city to go to our hotel. So as soon as we get situated, I'll fill you in on the details about what you need in order to go through the visa on arrival, and how you can get your SIM card, and how you can also get a taxi into the city. Okay, let's check out this view in the morning. Whoa! And there's the airport just over here, and there's a temple right behind the airport. Okay, I finally finished breakfast, so now I can give you some tips for Americans, specifically for Americans. If you're traveling to Laos, these tips you definitely need to know. Number one, for Americans, you can get a visa on arrival. So you don't need to apply for a visa if you are in the States or in another country. You can get the visa when you arrive in Laos, no problem. Visas for Americans cost $40. So make sure you're bringing US cash, and make sure you bring crisp bills to pay the customs agent. Please do not bring crinkled money, because if you do, they're probably not going to accept it. But yeah, the visa price or visa fee for Americans is just $40 US. Next, the visa process is extremely easy. Once you arrive at Vientiane International Airport here in Laos, you'll go to the customs counter as you would in other countries that you visit, and you'll fill out a form. You'll take the form, or form, not farm, the form to the customs desk. I believe last night I went to desk number 14 or something, but anyways, it'll say visa on arrival, and there are 4 steps you need to take in order to get the visa. First step you take is to take your passport and hand it to the customs agent at counter 1. Next step, you take the arrival information that you filled out and give it to the customs agent at counter number 2. At counter number 3, you're going to pay the $40 for your visa. And at counter number 4, you're going to take a photo and receive your visa. I believe that's all I did. I took my photo, and the customs agent asked me a few questions: how long you're going to stay, where you're going afterwards, and yeah, I got my visa. So for Americans coming to Laos, the visa process is extremely easy. You have nothing to worry about, and this is as of December 24th, 2023. Okay, we're finally out and about in Vientiane. We left the hotel, and we didn't opt to get the hotel car to take us around. We're just gonna walk around and see what the city has to offer. There's a lot of color, there's a lot of vibrance, so we're just gonna let life happen. Yo, one thing that you should know before coming to Laos is that you actually need to research how to cross the streets. So far, we don't exactly know how to cross the streets. We're just running into traffic and hoping and praying that they stop for us. We're trying to get something to eat for lunch, and everyone is speaking like Chinese, Mandarin Chinese here. So Zach, he lives in China, so he's using like the little Mandarin that he knows, and also he's using an app to help us look for some food. sticky tofu or something?
Alright, that's tofu, not that bad.
It needs some sauce, but yeah, it's not that bad. Okay, so we actually got fries, something that we're familiar with, but then they brought us...
No idea what that is.
I have no idea what these are either. I think they're chicken balls maybe, or they could be like tofu balls. So like when I pick up the beef, it feels really hard. It feels kind of like jerky, and I think I can agree. It's very dry. Okay guys, so now we're eating our food. We have, I don't know what this is, but there's a lot of ginger in it. And I think this is beef. And we've got some broccoli and carrots with ginger. And we also got a really big bowl of rice. When you come to Laos, please, please, please bring US dollars so you can change your money at the airport for Laos kip. You need cash everywhere in the city. If you're using your card, they will charge you a 3.5% interest. Okay guys, I just bought some sunglasses from one of the stores here. I'm pretty sure I didn't get ripped off, but I could have negotiated or haggled for a lower price. So originally the sunglasses were 180,000 kip, but I talked the guy down to 120,000 kip. I probably could have just given him 100,000 like Zach says and walked away, and then he would have probably accepted that money. But yeah, when you come to Laos or to some of these Southeast Asian countries, you can haggle. You don't have to go for the original price. Now we are at the night market area. It's way too early for the night market, so we're gonna go take a walk along the Mekong River. And we took a taxi to get here. So when you're coming to Vientiane, then you wanna download the application called Loca. Loca is the app that's kind of like Uber here, and you can rent or order a taxi or car to take you anywhere in the city that you need. Another thing about being here in Vientiane, or probably in Laos in general, is that you want to get some sunglasses because there is so much dust in the air and you probably want a mask. Like my throat is hurting a bit because there's so much dust in the air, so I had to stop and get some sunglasses. Zach didn't bring any cash with him to Laos, so we've come to the street right across from the night market, and you can see there is a whole slew of ATMs. There's just like ATM street is what we should call this. Yo, I'm loving the architecture here in downtown Vientiane. Like, it's super reminiscent of the architecture at the French Quarter in Vietnam. So as you know, I always try ice cream wherever I travel. So we're gonna try this ice cream for the first time here in Vientiane. It's vanilla.
Are you sure it's not chocolate?
No, it's recording, man. Sheesh. Yeah, it's vanilla. Pretty good. Okay, so I'm loving the Laotian or Lao architecture. It looks like, or it reminds me of like Chinese architecture. I think Laos is very heavily influenced by Chinese culture. Yo, so I was trying to figure out how many people live in Laos, and Zach was like, let me guess. He was like 7 million, and the actual answer is 7.4 million as of 2/21. So, okay, the reason why I was saying this is because I see a Starbucks, and I remember in the summertime when I went to Mongolia, there were no Starbucks there. And one of my friends, Mongolian friends, told me that there are no Starbucks there because the population is so small. Starbucks and McDonald's only put restaurants and cafes where the population is large. Mongolia doesn't make the list for Starbucks, but Laos does. Very interesting. Okay guys, so we want to go inside of this temple area, and we had our short sleeve shirts on, or we had our like cut off shirts, sleeveless shirts, changes of shirts where our shoulders aren't shown, because I believe here in Laos you have to cover your shoulders if you're going into temples. Now we've come to the Mekong River. So this river is in the center of Vientiane in Laos. And right across the river is Thailand. Is that correct, Zach?
Yep, I confirmed it.
We're gonna sit here and chill for a bit and, you know, talk and recap our day and then do some planning for our next adventure and later go to the night market. So just wanted to show you guys how Vientiane is so far. You know, obviously we didn't cover everything, and just to make sure that if you're American, that you have some travel tips about how to come, especially for your visa process, and yeah, how to get from the airport into the city and things like that. So yeah, anyways, thanks a lot for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for joining, and as always, stay hydrated. I love you. Take care. Peace.